Matt's the co-founder and CEO of Wella.
So we're going down to Inside ETF, and it's part of the way that we're changing the way financial advice is delivered.
Please relax and enjoy your flight.
You having a good day?
Not yet. I just started.
It's early. It's early. It still feels like a whole day to me. So that's it feels like nighttime.
Yeah, nighttime. That's true.
Please join me in welcoming Matt Reiner to the stage. Matt?
So why are you here? I mean, are you?
I got lost and I just came over. No, so all of our models are built with ETFs. So we're really ingrained with the ETF community. From day one when we started before our technology, we were very close with the ETF community, and we still talk to our users about ETFs and what they are, and that's what we recommend and everything of that nature. And so we're here speaking on bond ETFs.
So let's dive into bond ETFs. Bond ETFs, let's start very basic and very simple when it comes to bond ETFs. We all know what an ETF is. It's a basket of securities, whether it's a technology ETF or an industrial ETF. Bond ETFs are the exact same.
We're sitting next to some ETF providers and strategy providers, and they won't like me hearing this, but what it ultimately comes down to is how do you better manage individuals' emotions? That's what's going to change performance, right? Trying to create an algorithm to outpace the market is fun and exciting and it's sexy to talk about, but it's not going to provide for long-term value to the masses. Let me just say that, right? You can sell it to me as an advisor because I understand it, but then when I go try to sell it to my client, they're not going to understand it. But it's my personal opinion. I think that ETFs become the tool that's used to implement strategies that align with the behavior of the individual from that standpoint. And the accessibility, the liquidity, the ease of them allows for ETFs to be done a lot more efficiently. But about 4 years ago, we started investing in technology to do that, to make it more efficient. And you look back to the late 1800s with like Bear Stearns and Goldman Sachs and all them, you know, investing was just for the high net worth. You had to be uber wealthy to invest. Come 1975, you have Schwab and Vanguard enter the place, and now what they did is they just expanded the pie of who can invest, and they said, hey, you don't have to be uber wealthy, you can be just wealthy, right? And then E-Trade came and said, now you do-it-yourselfers, now you can invest cheaper than what discount brokers can do. So you're just expanding the pie. And then the robos came and they just expanded the pie to say, hey, millennials that are on their phone, we've expanded the pie. But we haven't solved the root problem that's in financial advice. How do you better deliver holistic financial advice utilizing technology? And so we went back to the drawing board and said, how do we have conversations with prospects when they come into our office? How do we have conversations with customers? All those conversations always start around spending habits, saving habits, and then you ultimately get into investment management, and then you get into kind of estate planning and everything of that nature, buying homes, especially for the young families, which our demographic is. And so we started breaking that down into small bits of pieces of technology and building it into our technology, and that started building up the machine learning and some artificial intelligence that we had, and we then ultimately built an app.
It's all about the Benjamins.
That's where you got it. Someone asked me yesterday where we got the name from. He was actually from Sweden, I think. Yeah, but it was after a song here in the States called It's All About the Benjamins. And so we got it from that. But Benjamin Franklin, yes. For professional purposes, yes, but the root of it came from the song.
Okay.
Benjamin now is a bot that you can interact with and have a conversation with and better understand your spending and saving habits.
I noticed him when I was doing research on
Exactly.
your firm. He
Yep.
was there, yeah.
He's there. And so he now is actually the middle ground between the customer and the user and a human advisor. It's a way for our advisors to be more efficient. Kind of the judgment-free zone that provides you a holistic, insightful, personalized, and simplified information on your financial situation, because ultimately we're still talking about wealth, and we're still talking about money, and you have to make the human more efficient. Humans are great at walking people off ledges and helping people relate to different things and help them understand it. But if you look at 90% of a meeting of a customer, an advisor and our customer, 90% of the meeting is done with stuff that technology can do more efficiently, and then you can spend more time on the 10% and allow you to do more of that 10% to more individuals. But that's gonna take time. It's gonna take a lot of time, and I still think that when it comes to money, humans are still valuable, but I think technology can make humans more scalable to where you don't have to have as many of them to serve as many families, and that's what we're trying to solve.
That's all I got. Thank you.
So overall, I think it was a success. It was a great learning experience from a speaking engagement standpoint. It was a great exposure for us to 5 new people that now know about Wella. And third, I think that it will get us some PR that will be good for us to push along as well. And the interest that what we're doing in Benjamin, it just reaffirms what we're doing, and everybody that we talk to is intrigued by it. And these are people that are in the industry, and they thought what we were doing was unique, special, and there was a place for it in the market, which is encouraging to take back to everybody. And we know that, but to continuously hear that, from people that are close in the space is really big. So it was a good meeting. It was a good week. 2 days. We were here quick turnaround. But I think it was well worth our time.
So, as everybody knows, we're writing this book